what you're going to see right now is an open mic. So, anyone can still get on the list. We've got 20 people on the list right now, so we can still squeeze on one or two more. But get to me soon if you want to go up tonight. And as the night goes on, just keep in mind, this is an open comedy mic, right? And a lot of the people you see tonight are here every week. Most of them are very funny. Some people, they're doing this for their first or second time. Some people, they're working on new material. You're going to see a lot of different stuff, but mostly you're just going to see a lot of untreated mental illness. Okay? These are a bunch of people who should be in therapy, but do this instead. I wish I wrote that joke, but that is the best explanation for it. I've ever known for the uninitiated, which is presumably some of you. All right, with no further ado, what I want to do is, first of all, if you're going up tonight, yeah. All right, so.
Well, I was going to sign up, but I guess not.
No, we probably didn't want you. All right. Anyone that fucks with JD like that can just take a walk. Not even interested in context. Take it easy, have a good night. All right, that unpleasantness aside, the one other bit of regulation, other than making sure you're being nice to your bar staff and tipping them well, is that you're going to get 5 minutes up here because we do have a big list. So after 4 minutes, you're paying attention, because I'm going to shine a light at you at 4 minutes if you're up here. And that means you have 1 minute to go. And after that 1 minute, we're going to just come right up here and take a light from me. So 4 minutes, you get a light, 1 more minute, you're done. All right, guys, give it up for your first performer tonight, Wayward Wednesday. She's going to be on the Wayward Comedy Show at Tumbleroot upcoming March 12th. Give it up for Esther Coker.
My name is Esther, which is a very Jewish name, by the way. It's the only, she was Queen of the Jews, and the only chapter in the Bible named after a woman. And because I am so white and of Jewish descent, I am by far the worst dancer in the room. They call me the elbow flapping mama. That's right, the elbows are sharp. You better watch out. This is how I make my own room on the dance floor. A friend of mine told me once that I was the whitest person that she knew. And I was like, oh, come on, really? And then right as I said that, we both looked down, and I was wearing a shirt with snowflakes on it. Yeah, I'm so white, guys, that my bucket list includes seeing Dave Matthews at the Gorge. Make what you want. I don't care. It's going to be an amazing show. I'm not going to be seeing white people anyway. I'm going to be seeing rainbows. I'm going to be hearing rainbows. Double rainbows. Because that's what happens when Dave plays in magical places. That's right, we're on a first name basis. He doesn't know that, but that's not important. What's important is that I watch a lot of true crime documentaries. Like a lot. And I think more women watch true crime than men because we apparently don't understand how anyone could actually kill someone, That's weird to a woman. We don't get it. And I think it's because a man can kill a woman with his bare hands. But a woman can't even kill a cockroach without consulting a gaggle of girls, No, that's crazy. We just stalk them, Facebook research, insult, privately message, harass, tarnish their reputation in every way, but don't fucking murder somebody. That's so crazy. I've never had a tattoo, but I'm thinking about getting a tattoo for the sole purpose of being able to identify my body if I am murdered. This is probably a result of watching way too much true crime. But as I get older, I also acquire more and more enemies as I've learned to speak my mind. I just want to make it easier for the police, forget dental records. Is that a Dave Matthews tattoo? That would really narrow it down for them. I would have been a good detective in another life, not because I'm smart, but just because I'm crazy. I kind of think outside the dodecagon. Even if there is no dodecagon, I will make it up. Research shows that dog owners describe their dogs as they would describe themselves. This is called projection. In other words, it's a great first date question. If he or she says that their dog is yappy, high maintenance, and expensive, you better run for the hills. I have a hound dog. They're gonna be running for other reasons. I'm just kidding, guys. She's like a really sweet, old, motherly hound dog. Who pees everywhere when she gets super excited. That's what I'm projecting. And violence is an issue for a lot of people. I mean, dogs. It's an issue for a lot of dogs. I was cleaning the other day and I found my cat's personal stash. He has a secret hiding spot under the bed where he keeps his toys and his little catnip and my jewelry and drugs. Yeah, apparently that's right, folks. My cat stole my mushrooms. Apparently he's been microdosing. I thought his dose was amazing for some reason. I actually just had a bunch of mushrooms because I was trying the whole microdosing thing that everybody was raving about, and I was immediately disappointed when it didn't solve all my problems right away. So I gave up on that. Anyway, so my cat is a closet drug addict, and my dog is a hound. I think that pretty much sums it up, guys. All right, thank you so much.
How does this mic sound? Is it not as good as that last one, or is it that? They're both good. All right, we're gonna try this other mic, and if it's just as good, it won't matter. Coming up next to the stage, we have a guy I've never seen here before. Have you done comedy before, my friend? He has.
Oh, yeah.
He looks very confident. He's very well dressed. Give it up for Christian.
Yeah, man, I just got back from Las Lunas. I did a comedy there. I went from ripped sleeve cowboy shirts to plaid over here. Yeah, what a crowd. Yeah. Santa Fe, Albuquerque's in between. Yeah, those guys are pissed because they didn't make their team to the Super Bowl. Yeah, so the Cowboys didn't get it. Then Albuquerque Raiders didn't make it. I feel like you guys are all Cowboys fans. Yeah. No, cool. I got 30-1 odds on the Super Bowl. Another titty popping out. Yeah. I like superhero movies. I'm really into them now. I saw that new Spider-Man movie came out. It's pretty interesting. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. It's more realistic now. The Spider-Man actually has back pain now. He's been web slinging too much. That super villain Green Lantern guy is just straight up bipolar. I'm somewhat of a supervillain myself. My superpower is COVID. I'm a super spreader. Yeah, so you've all been warned. Yeah, I've been on the dating scene. It's been working out well. I matched with someone the other week. I met up with him, and she was like, "My pronouns are they, them." I'm like, "Cool. What's your name, really?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm Denise. I used to be Dennis." That's cool. I completely get it. I'm Christian. I used to be Catholic. Anyway, so yeah, she's telling me all this. It was cool. She's like, "So you're bi?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm bi." As a matter of fact, a lot of my family is mostly bi. They're bilingual. Yeah, and I got a crazy uncle. He's bipolar, you know. Yeah, so I matched with another group. Two of them, they were twins. You know, I get my like my women by the pair, men's sizes. Anyways, yeah, I've enjoyed, making out with them. They don't like me because when we foreplay, I bring condiments to the bedroom and like, what the hell's up with you? And salt and pepper. I'm like, I really like seasoning my meats, I'm a big fan of a good dry rub. Yeah, man. How about the snowstorm we had last winter? It was ridiculous. Yeah, I feel like it was the Winter Olympics for the town. It's like the first event, who can make it down the hill, without crashing, and then second event, who can make it up the hill, in one go. My favorite event is like who can do the most spins without crashing to the other car. And I got the bronze medal. Bad. I identify as, I'm actually an independent Baptist member, but I identify as an Irish Catholic. God, I love me a good beer. Yeah. When I go shoe shopping, I look at, I don't go for the price or the look. I go and see shoes and see how people wear them. I usually tend to stare at bigger people. I'm like, that guy he's like at least pushing 300. I'm like, whatever he got, I bet it's comfortable. Yeah, I got these shoes. These are Raiders for like 300 pounds. Been in them all day. They're really comfortable. Yeah, ridiculous. I feel like I moved here in Albuquerque back in like 2019. I moved to a bad area of Albuquerque. It was called the War Zone. I could tell it was pretty bad because it had its own nickname. Also, the ice cream truck wouldn't even stop by. Just keep going. Yeah. Then I moved to a good neighborhood. I could tell it was a little better than my old neighborhood because they had little libraries. Like anybody from that bad neighborhood I know can't read. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's all I got right now, but I got dates. You guys can catch me this Saturday at Grasshopper Brewery in Albuquerque, the 24th at Rebel, April 7th at the Lucky Laughs Comedy. Thanks for coming out tonight. Have a good one.
If at some point I walk up to you while you're listening and I do this to you, or I tell you two, or you're up in two, it means there's one more person who's going to go up, and then it's you. So like, Ryan, I'm going to bring someone else, and then you're up in two. That's what that meant. I saw your confusion. I was like, I'll explain it to him later. And a bunch of people understand. Give it up for Sam Lynch!
I still have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway, my name is Sam Lynch. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. And you're like, Sam, if you look on a map and had a third grade education, you could say, that's spelled Louisville. Well, Kentucky didn't have a third grade until the 80s. It used to be, you graduated second grade, they put you in a mine, like, don't join the union. So, professionally, I'm a wildland firefighter. Don't applaud that, I'm not a hero. I sleep in a truck and I masturbate in a tent. When my crew sees me set up a tip far away, they're like, Sam, are you good? What are you doing over there? I'm prioritizing my mental health. Yeah, so, you know, it was like one of those things where it was like, man, I felt bad about sleeping in a truck all day. And then going to a hotel and masturbating and be like, the taxpayer should support this. Then I had to hike a chainsaw up the mountain. I was like, fuck, I might be a socialist. You guys might be thinking, Sam, isn't that a bad idea to talk about your job, federal job, on the mic? It's like, no, they'll hire anybody. I took 30 hours of online classes. They handed me a blanket made out of aluminum foil and a shovel and said, get up there. Anyway, so I used to do a lot of hot yoga. It's just stretching, but they made it hard. I would go into stone constantly because I want to match the vibe. I don't want to spend 10 years meditating when I can just smoke a joint and match everyone else in this room. Like, this guy's chakras are so aligned, he forgot what chakras are. And I would go in there, you know, and I'd see all these other dudes, weird back tattoos, you know, handsome men, and I'm like, fuck, this is my personality. This is the highlight of my Tinder profile. I also do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's just, I pay a man to sit on my chest and be like, hey man, you're getting better. I got my blue belt a while ago. That just means they stopped telling you that you got better. Where do I go? Oh yeah. I feel bad for the first person who's gonna fuck Spider-Man. Because the whole theme of Spider-Man is that he doesn't know what he's doing. He's making it up as he goes. Like, imagine you're in New York, and Spider-Man saves you. You're like, well, I'm in New York, I ought to fuck Spider-Man. I don't know why Tom Holland won't fuck me or anybody else. You know, if you're in New York, I've eaten bagels and pizza for 2 days. I haven't shit in 2 days. What the fuck is wrong with you, Tom Holland? Keep the mask on. Anyways, I don't want to fuck anybody who's gonna be like, oh no, it's gonna be a sticky situation. He's got nobody to learn from. Tony Stark's an asshole. Captain America's never had sex. And I guess that leaves the Hulk. But you know, it doesn't get any bigger. We would notice. And even though he's green, he's still an angry white man. So I'm worried about what if I'm the first guy to meet all the aliens and I fucking blow it? I gotta go up there and I'm like, oh hey guys, you guys like plants? Like, dude, everyone knows about plants. Oh, how was your day? You guys still do days? So far I'm fucking this up. These aliens go home like all they talk about is plants and how their day was. Ask them, you guys like weed? Like, yeah, we like weed. Turns out the weed is heroin. Being cool sometimes isn't worth it. All right, that's all I got. Thank you very much.
I totally remember what you put up next. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one-line machine himself, Brian Brett.
My therapist gives me stand-up feedback. I give her dating advice. Our sessions last about 17 minutes. The Pueblo of Milwaukee has filed a defamation suit against me. They set damages at one casino. My lawyer thinks if we plead insanity, he can get it down to one slot machine per year. I was born in a boating accident. My spirit animal is Lil Peep's last Xanax. I realized in the shower the other day, I haven't been getting as much head as I've wanted because I've been scrubbing my dick immediately after my armpits for 35 years. Got my dick sucked 9 of those. That's a bad ratio. I live at altitude, so my morbidly obese mother can't track me down. It's been a big year so far. I sold my Uber ratings history for a Bitcoin and put that into a mirror of the Silk Road that traffics exclusively in the stuffed animals of abused children. Don't worry, for every illicit animal we transact, we send 2 brand new ones to a recovering pedophile. I don't know what's next, but I don't regret any of it. Thank you guys, I'm Brian Brett.
Brian, okay, this next comment comes to us from Albuquerque, I believe. She's dressed in red and cute, mister. Give it up for Allie Marie.
She's the one wearing the red shoes. See the bright red shoes? That's her. So I'm a little nervous. Not to be telling jokes, but everybody's looking at me. I'm really hoping that nobody sneezes because I am not qualified to bless you. Okay? Bless you? Me? No. No. I don't even understand how people get qualified to bless someone. Like, religion has always been very confusing to me. So, there's a lot of Catholics in New Mexico, and I think I know why. I think you have to be to go to Mass Ascension. But you do not have to be Catholic to go to Mass Ascension, and going to Mass Ascension doesn't make you Catholic. So, but here's my understanding of, Christianity. So, I think you pretty much pick a holiday and then go with that Jesus. So, like, if you like Christmas, you'll worship the baby Jesus, right? Like the infant Jesus. Or Easter, you go with the resurrected zombie Jesus. Or Thanksgiving, that religious holiday, you go with like the Last Supper Jesus, like the vampire cannibal Jesus. I don't understand it. I think if I were going to go with a Jesus, I'd go with like the 20-year-old Bee Gees Jesus. The one who looks like he could get down with the Bee Gees. Kind of I'm not gonna sing it, but like kind of the ultimate tragedy. Anyway, I'm glad I don't have kids because clearly I could not explain religion or many things to them. Instead, I have dogs. Let's hear it for the dog owners. Love dogs. Love dogs. I love to entertain my dogs. They think I'm a magician. They really do. Like, you know, you hold the ball in your hand and you pretend to throw it and they just go chasing after it. Or you have a ball in your hand and you put it behind your back and you pull out an empty hand and they're like, whoa. Where did it go? And then there's that fun time, a couple days a month, where I can pull a tampon out of nowhere and they're like, what? They do not understand. And they're just as impressed when I make another one completely disappear. But here's the thing, I'm not a magician. The real magic is nobody's eating, right? When I find tampons in their poop. Oh God. So gross. So gross. But think about it. That's going in one end and out the other. And that's not how I do my magic. Really, who's the magician? But I do love my one dog. I've had him for 13 years, and I think he knows I'm single because he's been converting all my clothes and making them crotchless. I think he's like trying to be my wingman, trying to help me out, which I don't appreciate. But I know his heart is in the right place. I mean, I've lived with him for so long, I feel like I know what he's thinking. And I mean, based on the number of panties that he's eaten, I'm pretty sure if he could talk, he would say, her pussy tastes amazing. But I don't know. He doesn't talk. So anyway, thanks everybody.
The magic of pet ownership. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you next from fresh off his stint in Puerto Vallarta, here comes Lucas Corbata.
Hey, thanks everyone. It is so good to be back. Give a hand to JD for taking care of us. And Giselle, and Milligan and everyone. It is such a cool house. I spent 3 weeks in Puerto Vallarta. I had 9 shows out there. One show was for all 69 gay men on a new beach. So when they say picture your audience naked, they all were. And they were all at full attention. They certainly were. I was exposed and vulnerable, but really they were because I had the mic, so fuck them. Yeah, that's the truth, And I got a standing ovation, although they were laying down on the beach. La, la, la. Life was really good. But I learned a few things in Puerto Vallarta. I learned that the waves are so strong, they will throw you down and pull you out. They will. I also learned that it is illegal to give blowjobs on the beach. It is. It's a good thing that both times I stood right back up and didn't get caught. Oh, God. There are more Canadians down there. It's okay, you can laugh. That's fine. That's what we're here for. There are more Canadians down there than there are Mexicans. I couldn't find a single Mexican. I could not, but I know that they eat dog. I know that they eat dog. Because the last day that I was there, I ate 3 bitches. I said, bend over and put on that collar, bitch. Oh, God, it was such a fun time. It was great. Okay, let me go. I'm going back to my list. I don't give a shit if I bring my notes up because none of you fuckers are paying me. So, last year, I lost a boyfriend. Well, to be quite honest, I didn't lose him. I tied him to a recliner and the fucker got away. And during COVID, my career went flat, like my chest. I get better jokes than that. You guys can fucking laugh. Drink up, man. Drink up. You're funnier when you drink. I am allergic to gluten, tequila, and cocaine. All the fun things in Mexico. This bitch could not have fun. I couldn't even suck dick because my throat was like this. Can you believe it? And I am a semen connoisseur. I am a semen connoisseur. You don't believe me? Okay, so if you're driving around in Santa Fe and you see a white Toyota Prius with the license plate that says Dr. Mark on the back of it, I dated him. Okay, and so anyway, I was reading his journals, his medical journals, and it said that you can tell if your patient is diabetic through their saliva. And I thought, well, what about their semen? So, so now I can tell if somebody is diabetic through their semen. I can tell if they're on meth. I can tell if they slept with your neighbor. That's how good of a connoisseur I am. That's almost the goddamn truth.
You don't want to know about your neighbor.
Oh, can I taste him? Bring him over. I'm taking appointments. Now that I'm over the cooking issue, I'm taking appointments, bitch. You know, and here's the thing. I learned that in Puerto Vallarta, so if any comics go out there and start performing, oh, damn, my finger's going to start cramping. It's because I am ambidextrous. I know how to use chopsticks with both hands. Well, I call him chopsticks. He's Asian and cute, so who gives a shit? Anyway. Oh God, I hate old people. They can be so fucking confused. My last boyfriend confused hemorrhoid cream with his toothpaste. He confused my birthday with Christmas. He confused his penis pump with a plunger. That joke does better in Puerto Vallarta. Wakey, wakey, midnight snakey. I'm like, fuck you, Edward. I'm asleep, just slip it in. Damn. Then he took the Viagra. I was like, oh, damn, give me a Tramadol. I'll pass out for 3 days. Kind of. You know, I have a great wardrobe. So these are all new jokes. That's why we do stand-up in open mics. So if you guys don't follow that. I have a great wardrobe. All my shirts become reversible when I'm leaving the Tricks house at 4 a.m. Because who gives a shit? Oh, whatever. After spending 3 weeks in Puerto Vallarta, I am 50 shades of tan. I mean, you can't tell by my face, but if you saw my ass and you saw my feet, they're the only ones that were sticking up in the air. And you know, new jokes are like new dicks. You work them until you're confident using them. You do. And old jokes are like old dicks. You use them until you can't use them anymore. I know. And you know what I learned is you don't have to date the wealthiest man in the world. Just his brother, Mark Bezos. And they asked me, why don't you do drag, Lucas? Why don't you do drag? I do drag. I drag all my motherfucking boyfriends around. Their dogs and sometimes their family. Not their dad, but their diamonds, because the girl has to know how to work it. I don't have a 401k. Whatever, that joke didn't go so well. I ran into my ex. Okay, so you gotta tell me when I'm done. I'm done. Okay. I'm fucking done. Okay, I'm gonna share this last one. I don't know if it's funny or not, but I'm gonna share. I ran into my ex-boyfriend and his current boyfriend, and he looks just like me, a twink, cream filled. I could have got better. Come on, my name's Lucas Kamada. Thank you so much,
Everybody. Okay, coming to the stage, we have a Wayward comedy original. This is someone who did their first open mic ever here. She crushed it then. She's gonna crush it tonight. You could be the next her if you sign up on a less busy night. Give it up for Mitten.
Well, first, thanks for the pressure too. Fuck you. But also, you know, like when you all cheer when anyone comes on stage, that's where people keep coming on stage. It's like just coming to a bunch of puppies. Except you're not cute, alpha Q is high, the other half is drunk. But it still works somehow. So anyway, this is actually just my first time on stage and doing this. And I almost don't blush or feel like I'm dying anymore, so I think this is going well. And another thing is, like a teenage boy, or actually most men I've ever slept with, I'm gonna try to make this last. So this is probably not even going to get to the light signal. And anyway, I've never had the best life decision skills. And I used to make life decisions based on whether they would make good stories. Since I've tried to make jokes, I'm picking things that make good sets instead. My life decisions haven't gotten any better. So yeah, part of it is I spend most of my life kind of one cup of coffee away from an existential crisis. And that's a very thin line to work every day. So another thing is I actually interviewed for a job in Arizona a few weeks ago, and on my flight back we get technical issues. So it gets a bit stressful, and you realize there are faces you do not want a flight attendant to make. And you realize it's even worse if those faces you can recognize like that. Like you're missing half of the face and you can tell she's worried. So it's this very big, weird noise. It's not as good of a story to tell because I'm here, so obviously the plane didn't crash. But then I'm thinking either I die or maybe I have good material for a set. Either way, a lot of my problems are solved. And then I get through this train of thought where I'm like, I think it's time to clean up my Spotify playlist. And then I'm like, I'm wearing a cute outfit, could be worse. If I'm not burnt to a script, I'm gonna be a cute corpse, could be worse. My makeup's kind of messed up, thank God for whoever created the smoky style. And you know, those kind of like near-death experiences, they tell you big stuff about yourself. And the fact that I thought about my Spotify playlist, my outfit, and my makeup, before thinking about any of my close ones, told me that I'm really deeply vain as a person. It's fine. So anyway, it ended up well. Actually, really smooth landing. Survived. Kind of boring story in the end. Yeah. So actually, like sometimes in bad sex, you're gonna be relieved to know I'm done tonight.
Okay, so coming to the stage next, we have a gentleman that I think I've seen here once or twice here before, and he always brings the heat. Give it up for Mr. Mark Lies.
Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, my name is Mark Lies. My last name is Lies. Get used to it. When they bury me, they can save money because they won't have to engrave as many letters into my tombstone. Instead of "Here lies Mark Lies," they can just chisel "Mark Lies here." The name was actually shortened to Lies when my ancestors came over from Europe, from the longer German name, Lies, Cheats, and Steals. That's true. I like science. It amazes me how scientists figure out the things that they do. I was reading an article about astronomy, about the constellations and how they're changing. Yeah, it said the stars move a little bit all the time, so over thousands of years, the pictures are going to change. It said that in 3,000 years, Orion's belt is going to be down around his ankles. And it said that it's going to take another 3,000 years for him to realize his trousers are down. And so it's going to take another 3,000 years for him to pull him back up. And it'll be just in time too, because the scorpion had crawled over and was just about to sting him in the willy. And meanwhile, the whole time, the seven sisters will be giggling. And then the giant crab is going to scuttle over and pinch the bear's nipples. This is true. I don't know how they know this, but it's true. I read it in a science article on the internet. So just be ready. Science may one day help us do things we never thought possible, like travel as fast as the speed of light, live forever, or even fold a fitted sheet. I have a special diet. Yeah, I don't eat anything that isn't soup. Yeah, I only eat soup. So if you have something you want me to eat and it's not soup, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm very strict. When I go to a restaurant and there's no soup on the menu, I have to ask for a bowl and a cup of hot water. Yeah, can I please have a bowl, a cup of hot water, and cheeseburger? Looks like I'm gonna have to make my own cheeseburger soup, because you don't have options for souptarians. There's a lot of, thank you. There's a lot of talk lately. There's a lot of talk lately about whether women should be on currency. I think women should be on money. I think they should be on pennies. Because there's nothing like the scent of a woman. Yes, be the change. Be the change you want to see in the world. How many? 1 minute? Okay. Some people like to eat alfalfa. Most people don't realize this, but when you're a man, and you're eating alfalfa, you're an alfalfa male.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The two most popular drinks at the Vampire Bar are Blood and Blood Light. I don't like the smell of condoms, so don't ever get me a condom scented candle as a gift. So for me, thank you.
That wasn't mine. I told you brought the lead. All right. Folks, give it up for one of the Wayward Comedy OGs. He's the eyes of Wayward Comedy. He is the live stream of Wayward Comedy. He films everything we do and keeps it for his own weird purposes. Give it up for the disgruntled Mr. TJ Jones.
Give it up for Million, everybody. Every million seemed like it was really good. They're wasting a hard drive. Yeah, better clear that browser history. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Doing good? Yeah? Yeah, I'm kind of fat. I realized how fat I was recently as I was getting out of the shower. Sorry for the mental image. And I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And when I did, I thought, oh man, that's a fucking bummer, dude. I look like a scarecrow if the scarecrow was made from a bag of dead hamsters with a volleyball for a head. I look like a fat Nosferatu. I wasn't always fat though. I used to be really skinny. I was so skinny, in fact, that if you were meeting me for the first time, you would probably think to yourself, oh man, this guy must be on crystal meth or something. And it's because I was on crystal meth. I was a meth addict for about 12 years. Yeah. People ask me all the time what that was like, and I gotta say, it was fucking awesome. It was so good. That shit is great. So great, it'll ruin your whole fucking life. I'm proud to say, though, that, I'm happy to say that I've been clean now for 9 years to celebrate my 9-year anniversary. I don't know why it's laughing, it's not gonna last. I'm planning my relapse as we speak. All the money I've been saving on drugs, it's all gonna go right back out the door. I got sober because I got into trouble and I got arrested and I had to go into treatment, into drug court, that kind of thing. And I really, really hated all that treatment. I can't stand the philosophy behind it, particularly when it comes to AA and NA and things like those programs. Number one, because I could not do that higher power thing, and they just kept telling me, well, you'll never get better if you don't have a higher power. And I kept saying, can I leave then? Because this is not working for me. And the other reason was because they would say things like, addiction is a disease, and you have no power over it. And I don't agree with that. I don't think that addiction is a disease. It's not. Lupus is a disease, You can't go all night doing too much lupus. And then you wake up in the morning like, oh God, I'm never getting lupus again. That was too much lupus. I just can't stand it when people blanket, they make that blanket statement about, how all drugs are bad and, they're all so bad. They're all so bad for you. You guys ever tried Advil? Advil is the fucking shit, man. Oh my God, that stuff is so good. I buy the good shit too. I buy those blue capsules that dissolve really quickly. If I buy anything else, I feel like I've gotten ripped off. Like I gotta go find my dealer. Oh shit, I lost my place. The only problem, or the only thing worse than people who don't do enough drugs. I'm sorry, the only thing that's worse than people who do too many drugs are people who don't do enough drugs. I can't stand those people who are like, oh, you know what, I'll just take a half a pill. God made hits for a fucking reason, right? You gotta take the whole thing in order to get the full effect. It's kind of like when you go to get a donut and work from the box of donuts at work and there's a half a donut and you're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is a fucking half a donut? It's so fucked up. And then I end up eating a donut and a half. Yeah, thank you for that. I always eat that half a donut. Let's see what else. I think I've done both. That's it for me. Good night, your host, everybody.
We're halfway, you guys. You made it halfway through a night of open mic comedy, which means this is where it gets scary. This is where it gets dangerous. This is where we put up a guy who signed himself up under the joke someone made about him, calling him a red flag. So that if you want a better intro than that, I don't know. I can't really think of one. Guys, give it up for a guy who ate hard shit his first time. Harder than I've seen a lot of people eat shit. But he came back and he redeemed himself. And now he's known affectionately, if he'll get his ass up here, as Red Flag. Give it up for this guy. All right.
I shit my third time, not my first time. It's a pretty big distinction. How you folks doing tonight? I'm Red Flag, your friendly document, an immigrant comedian, I do my thing. How you doing tonight? You guys drunk? You guys ready about decisions tonight? I hope you do. As you know, I'm Red Flag, I'm just a guy. Let me tell you, I had a funny thought, child locks. They're very cool devices, like I was welcoming my kid in. The thing locks by itself, and I thought, that's interesting. It's a very useful device, we can all agree, but how do we know there was good intentions behind that idea, I'm just saying, it keeps the kids in there. Imagine a meeting at Ford or GM. Hey, Jim, I heard you created this new device for the car to help secure the car. Jim goes, yeah, this is how pedophiles sound like. Yeah, it keeps the kids inside. Oh, well, that's a great idea, Jim. It's going to keep them from getting out and getting into danger. That's the point, right? To keep them safe. No. Okay, folks, New Mexico is a beautiful state. That one sucked. I won't use that one. I thought it was good. I think that's how pedophiles sound to me. They go, no. How would you think a pedophile sounds? Anyway, New Mexico, an iconic state. A lot of iconic things about this state. There's one particular thing that comes to my mind when I think about this iconic state. What are they? You think? Shout it. Close? Close? No, but no. Nothing?
That's essential.
Look, green chili, close. I mean, you guys have some. I'm just glad no one mentioned harder history because who gives a fuck about that? That's not important. No, it's green chili, but most importantly, the green chili cheeseburger. Anyone that hasn't been here, I tell them, come down here. Come get you a green chili cheeseburger. And where you're eating that green chili cheeseburger, your car is getting broken into. But that's the culture. We've all had our cars broken into. We've all had the burger. I mean, come on. That's the culture, really. Oh, man. Let me tell you. Like I said, I'm undocumented, and that sucks. But it's okay. We all got problems. I won't cry on it. They get me. They get me. But one of the biggest fears I have, people don't get it. They think, what, is it losing your family? Is it being sent to a country you haven't lived in God knows however? Is it losing your friends and family? And it's no. It's when I get deported and I speak Spanish, they're going to hear my Tingle Boy Albuquerque Spanish. You guys, I can fool you, but they know they're fucking ruthless. My people, my beings. That's what I call them. So I work construction. I know Mexican documents, shocker, right? I work construction. And in the world of construction, you can't avoid getting a nickname. It doesn't matter who you are, you will get a nickname. Just pray it's not something fucked up. Let me give you an example. We got one of the ugliest guys on the crew. It's not his fault. He's a good guy. He'll give you a ride. He'll give you a last penny if it's not all he has to his name. But he's just born ugly, so we call it the beautiful. Another guy, Carlos. Great guy, hardworking guy. When he was a kid, he got hit by a car, and he can walk and work normally. He kind of has like a limp walk when he goes, a little crooked. So we call him Chueco, crooked. Oh, but I got a name too. I didn't escape that shit. Trust me, I didn't escape that shit. Well, what do you think my fucking name is? Don't be too fucking mean, chill. I know you guys, yeah, we're ready to go. Poncho. Francisco's just a play on Poncho, so I got lucky. I took that name. I ran with it. My poor friend Jorge, he's fat, so he's gordo. Okay, folks, that's my time. Thank you very much.
The only thing we can do to increase yourself more is to go short. So everyone loves that. Guys, if you ever want to be like, what can I do to make the people who are here every week stay? Just don't do all of your time. It's great. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from Albuquerque, it's Mr. Troy Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, right now and for how long? Until close. All brewery items are half off.
Food.
Brewery food items. Food. So if you want food for half price, now's the time. Give it up for Troy.
Hey! We are talking yes.
Hey!
Yeah! Hey!
The app menu, half price. Hey, give it up for that. Hey! I made that happen. Hey! Hey, tell me, have you guys heard this? They say laughter knows no accent. Have you heard that? Yeah, that tells me they have never texted a joke to their Mexican friend. Birds, fun fact, birds have no gag reflex. I guess that's why I like dating young chicks. Something about a early bird and a word, I don't know. Yeah, Africa. Diamonds come from Africa, and AIDS come from Africa, and both are forever. And I never seen that movie Blood Diamonds, but is that what Outkast was talking about when they were saying forever? Forever? Okay. It's a rhetorical question anyway. My dog, I got this, I rescued this dog, and it likes to, incessantly hump legs. So anytime I have people over, I have to put it in a crate, obviously to prevent the spread of rabies. Hey, is ass to mouth like the sexual equivalent of farm to table? Like locally sourced, 100% organic. I'll be honest, I only started eating ass just so I could taste like half those meals I've been paying for, you know? And fun fact, speed dating, very different from dating on speed. Although you're thinking the same thing both times, hurry up, let's fuck. Drive a Subaru Forester? No, I'm not bragging, I'm just letting you know I might be a lesbian. I got thinking like of a business model with like a lesbian safe ride, and I would call it Subaruber. Yeah, and then I thought, well, I got something for the ladies, I need something for the guys, and I'll model it off like Hooters, so I'll call it Subaruber. You don't like the idea of ladies driving? Okay. Hey, I can't be the only guy who fucks like he's trying to put a key in a keyhole in the dark, right? Usually after coming home wasted from a place like this, sometimes you gotta spit on it to get it to go in. If you hear a woman yelling, no, you probably came in the wrong door. Hey, I was a bartender for years, and as a bartender, I would always have to assure women that their drinks were roofie free, and I think that was pretty noble of me, you know, not charging for roofies. That joke is called Bill Cosby. It's off-putting. No more endorsements for him. I don't want to brag, but as a bartender, before Uber and Lyft, I invented my own safe ride services. Yeah, it's called Get in My Fucking Trunk. Yeah. At the end, you got the tip. I know it's a terrible business model. Yeah. Trust me, I know. I have a problem with addiction, and I was talking with my doctor about it. My doctor's like, Troy, I can prescribe you this one pill, and it'll cure you of all your addiction. Like, I'm such an addict. I was like, yeah, but what would happen if I took two? And I don't have my copay. Can you front me? And he kicks me out of his office. Obama! Yeah. Hey, I'm Troy. Hey, Santa Fe, take care.
If you were watching porn, you're like, man, I like this guy, but I wish he was a little mellower and maybe like a little bit of a fuller beard. Just kind of give it up for Phil Johnson. All right.
Oh, wow. My name is Phil Johnson. It's nice to have you here. I was driving here and I realized, there's a lot of misinformation out in the world. I was driving here, I saw a sign that said St. Francis, 1.5 miles. And I thought, it's way longer than that. You gotta be careful about the misinformation. Me, I don't do lots of the social media things. I'm a little bit inept. You may be able to tell by the way I'm dressed, I am an Android user. We don't have the capability for all those things. But so I was trying to make a little more money, so I came up with some business ideas. I started making 12-second videos discussing the effects of blood-sucking parasites. I'm calling it TikTok. I don't know why it's not catching on. I started a landscaping business. Erosion's a big problem here, so we put these mesh pieces over the land, and we call it netscape. So I also run this service where I go to the library, and for a nominal fee, I will bring all the books to the front. I call it Facebook. I'm opening a water park where, listen, I have the slides, but I don't have any way for you to go down them. It's YouTube. They're getting better? Yeah, they're getting better. Where else was I going here? Lost all those. I want to talk about something real serious here. It's policing in this country. I think it's actually gone too far. And the way I learned that was Scooby-Doo. Because, who deputized these kids? They get to the end, they have Mr. Finkelstein all tied up. And they go, let's see who you really are, and they pull off the mask. What if that's who he really is? On the weekends, he likes to put on a Yeti mask and stomp around an old house. That, the first time he did that, he realized that's who he really is. And that's not illegal, by the way. What is illegal is trespassing. Who are these kids? They showed up and they thought, man, I was smoking weed in my van. I'm like, yikes, man. I think my dog saw a ghost. But I'm gonna leave you there. That's right. My name is Phil Jones.
Yeah, Phil. All right, folks. This next person coming up right now hosts here a lot of the time. This upcoming March 12th, he will be on the Wayward Tumble Root Show. Wait until I say your name. Give it up for Nick Pelton.
All right, thank you, thank you, everybody. He's right. My name is Nick. I'm gonna put this here for safety. But originally I was supposed to be named Elliot. My parents were gonna name me Elliot, and then their friends came up to him and were like, Elliot, isn't that a gay name? Isn't that a gay man's name? Isn't that gay kid from E.T.? And my parents were like, yeah, you're right. Let's go with Nick. That's pretty homophobic sounding. That'll be fine. And I was kind of pissed at him for a while. I was like, what kind of decision making is that? But if you watch E.T., there actually is like an original cut. They re-edited it, and we all kind of forgot about it. And that original cut is fucking raunchy, dude. You know that scene where they touch fingers in the current cut? That's their dicks, guys, in the original cut. If you watch and pay attention, E.T. gets so hard it glows. The homoerotic overtones are ridiculous. That famous line, phone home, a little different. It was, let's phone another homo. Let's get this party started. E.T. was a raunchy little bastard. But I'm still mad at my parents for not naming me Elliot, because I could have been gay. That would have been so nice, right? Imagine how different my life would have been if I was gay. Actually, I don't think it would be different at all. I would have been up here, I'd be doing the same set. I'd be like, my name could have been Nick. I think think the only thing that would have changed is my browser history. I won't go too deep into that, but I've been looking up panda bears recently, and it's not because I'm jerking off to them. I tried, and there's just nothing there. The fuck is black and white after all? You know what I mean? It's like vintage porn. The pandas. Okay, so they're a dumb animal, right? They've got like all the problems of being a bear. They're obese. They're stupid, but they've got none of the benefits. They're not deadly. They don't eat delicious children. They eat bamboo. But here's the thing: if you think about it, panda bears are the cleverest animal on the goddamn earth. Because listen to this scam. They've got the entire world trying to help them get laid. You understand that? Everybody, China, America, hell, probably ISIS is working together to help them panda bears lay. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm 38, I'm divorced. Why can't I get that kind of help? You know what I mean? Fuck the panda bears, I'm about to go extinct. You know what I mean? Let's get a team of scientists together to help me. They can build a little habitat. Maybe it's like 7/8, the real size, so I look a little taller. You know what I mean? Men with beards, nowhere to be found. The scientists, working on it, like, oh my God, he's stringing it up again. And of course, round-the-clock coverage on the news, you know what I mean? Day 24, still no luck. Come on, that helped me out. I think I'm due. The pandas are out, Nick is in. But so far, nobody's doing anything about it. So I gotta keep busy, right? I tried watching, there's a new Shakespeare movie out about Macbeth. This is a guy. Have you guys heard of this Shakespeare shit? I know he's supposed to be the greatest playwright on earth, but fucking he sounds like he had a stroke to me. I'm watching the movie, it's like, thou dost if thou art, and without and dost. And I'm like, he's having a seizure. Like, this doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of theories about Shakespeare. People say that he is actually a conglomerate of a lot of authors. Some people say that he's a woman, or she's a woman. Other people say, ooh, he's an alien. Ooh, how about that? But I've got a theory. I don't think he fucking speaks English. And I think a bunch of royalty at the time were watching this guy shake his spear around and just babble about nothing. And they're like, hey, let's just pretend this is the smartest shit we've ever heard. You know what I mean? Let's just say, yeah, oh wow, this is profound. And we're still suffering from this fucking joke from like 500 years ago. Anyway, I think that's all I got. Like the guy said, my name is Nick. And we'll see you in Double Room in a couple of weeks. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
So I promise I didn't do this on purpose, but actually he and the next two people you're about to see are all on that same show on March 12th. So you're getting like a free sampling of what you can pay $5 for a lot better version of in a month. It's actually kind of cool. We do this sort of thing all the time. Give it up for your next comic, boy Reflex himself, Felix Cordova.
I'm exhausted. I'm a fat guy. I've been standing this whole fucking time. Thank you for packing out the place. I'm sure whoever's making money appreciates you. I don't give a fuck. I just have to stand for 40 minutes to perform for 4. You know what word I'm tired of people using so liberally? Micro penis. Yeah. It's a fucking genetic. It's a genetic defect, people. If the mother and the father have the micro penis gene, your child might be born with the micro penis. All right? You wouldn't date a little person for 2 years and then yell at him, hey, it's because you're a little person. Right? Samantha? You had no problem finding my penis with that little jewelry monocle and digging around the Congo forest, which is my pubes, because I refuse to be shaved.